for the star player, they're obviously going to make a lot more money in Europe, right? But I guess the advantage of the G League is that it's easier call up.
It's the proximity.
It's easier call up, right?
Yeah, it's the, if you, again, like I played last night in Westchester or Long Island, and, Brooklyn needs a player or is looking at a player. I mean, you have, NBA executives, NBA scouts, personnel, every G League game, so, and in some cases, they're talking and have players as a part of their development system, even though they're not quite yet at the NBA level, they're taking an interest in seeing them grow and develop.
So is this a conversation that GMs or coaches have with players' agents to try to convince them, like, look, you're going to make more money in Greece, but this is why you should play in the G League? Or
yeah, if you really, I think the idea is, like, if you really believe you're an NBA player, like, there's no, I let, the team basketball people say this, but, like, they say, like, the G League is the second best
league in the world. Yeah,
right?
Do you think it's the second best league in the world?
I don't, I don't, like, fully, like, if you take our league with, yes, and I say that because if you take our league with young NBA players, G League players in its strongest form, like, it's like the level of basketball, I think the quality of basketball is only second to the NBA. And, again, if you truly believe you're an NBA player and you're a young player and that's what you're going for, is maybe you can make a little more money somewhere else, but it's nowhere that you're going to get an opportunity to show that than, playing in the G League.
What is the call-up process?
They're simply, if you, again, we use the Knicks because we're here, right? I'm the Knicks and, I have an open roster spot or I need a particular player, player's injured, I call, that player's agent, hey, we're interested, we're going to, sign them. We want to sign, X player. Sometimes it's what we have, like 10-day contracts where it's a 10-day contract where you get paid, a certain rate over, 10 days, or sometimes, it's two-way, we want to sign them to a two-way contract, or, at times just a standard, contract for that season or beyond. And, then you alert the player and the team and, usually 24, 48 hours they in market.
They're calling their parents like, I got the call up.
Yeah.
So in terms of the salaries for the team, is there a cap that the league has set for each team? And, like, what's the average salary per player?
These are good questions. So all of our players make the same, meaning the G League pays all of our players the same salary. So $41,500 is a G League salary
For everybody.
for every player. Now there was a time, again, like earlier iterations, we had these things. Some people they won't even, like, Mark, you guys won't even remember this, but we had like A contract, B contract, C contracts, and kind of tiered, and we got rid of that. So, but that's the standard G League salary, right? But then you also, you have players that go to NBA training camp and they get paid a certain amount of money for, they may go to training camp and they get a certain amount of money. They get, a 10-day contract we talked about, or they're on a two-way contract, they move. So the average salary for a G League player is, closer to, probably $100,000 than that, that salary they get paid from playing in the G League.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I was trying to figure. I'm like, I saw the 41, but it said the average person is making anywhere between 100 to 125. But because you add those things into it, are there specific teams that players are more advantageous to go to because of a winning culture, right? Like, for example, like the LA team, obviously it's an affiliate of the Lakers, but they haven't won at the same clip, whereas the Toronto affiliate, right, has won some chips. And do players look at it like that?
Like, look, we all are, like, I can't sell, I'm speaking of our teams now as it relates to, like, players. You can't sell, and you can't sell, you're not selling I can pay you more money because everybody makes the same salary. What you're selling is the opportunity to grow and develop. And like some teams have a track record for here go all the guys that came through here and started here, and this is what's their future. This is what happened for them when they left here. So 100%. But I think it's more based on because in our league, like guys are interested in how I can grow, how I can develop. They're betting on themselves, and they want a team that's going to help them reach their goals.
So what's some of the marketing initiatives that you guys have put in place over the last couple of years to help grow visibility for the G League?
Yeah, we have really I think strong partnership with the General, with marketing and content.
The insurance company?
Yes. So that's been we do a what's the name? The Break, where we've done content with them, and Shaq is
I was gonna say
Shaq
Shaq
is a big sponsor.
So then
Shaq, obviously, is kind of the voiceover. Nike is obviously we're a Nike league, so that's the connection and benefit that we get from being connected to Nike is always huge. And then with the Gatorade, I think a lot of times what people miss is as the G League, like we're the Gatorade League, and that connection is huge. And then I think one that's new that's coming up is our partnership with the Hyatt, and what that did that allowed us to take our G League Winter Showcase, which the last 4 years had been in Las Vegas. That's allowed us to take it, and now we'll be in Orlando, and that's all of our teams. You just think of like a basketball convention. That's all of our teams there, all of the NBA general managers.
Was it like Combine?
It's like combines on steroids because they're actually playing. We're playing competitive games. You're playing real games. We've had, a couple of years ago, you have players leaving from there, getting signed, going to NBA teams. We have our competition. Like the first 14 games of our NBA season, we talked about in-season tournament before. The first 14 games of our season are essentially a tournament, and the top 8 teams from this part of our season, when we go to showcase, they're competing for $100,000, and so then you break that up, 10 G League players, 10,000 apiece. Like our guys are, you add that to the 41.5. That again, that takes that up, but that they're going for that, hard. But so all of those parts of, our season, that's included in that. But those are, I'd say to the question, obviously what we've done, with the General, that's like a G League standalone partnership. Is not, NBA and G League. That's a G League partnership. Nike is huge, Gatorade is huge, and then what we're doing now with the Hyatt taking this event there, the showcase is really excited. But other things, J Lab. Moneyline, that's an Ignite partnership. OVO was an Ignite partnership. So a lot of them, but I'd say those are the ones that are doing kind of the most exciting things with us right now.
Yeah, let's talk about probably one of the biggest marketing moments in G League history.
The biggest.
I mean, Matt McClung, pride of Georgetown, wins the dunk contest, but he's a part of the G League, right? He's not on an NBA roster at the time. Talk about what that moment meant to the league.
I think when you say like partnerships and marketing, I think all these things that we do, like with the NBA, like you can't like All-Star probably second to the finals is the biggest platform the NBA has. So for us to be able to come and find ways to be included in All-Star, last year we were included in every day of All-Star. So we were, we were a part of the rookie game. Now we're one of the teams. There's a G League team in the Rising Stars rookie sophomore game, dunk contest with Mac, and then we had our up next game on Sunday. And with Mac to be a G League player and to go not only one. But like did stuff like we hadn't seen that stuff before, right? and just really like put on the show, and you see all the Giannis and everybody else celebrating them. For our guys, that's everything, and the ability for us to then go and amplify that. Those moments you can't. You gotta be ready for them. It's like you gotta be ready for those moments, because you don't get them every day in the G League.
I can imagine the Sixers affiliate jerseys being sold out.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, since you're talking about All-Star and partnerships, another extremely intelligent decision on you guys' behalf.
Yeah.
This
It's a
year.
bright league, man. Bright future ahead.
Very innovative, for sure.
Yep.